Good evening, my name is Trevor Tactical. Today we're going to be showing you the top 5 weapons to make out of bamboo. First thing you're going to need is one of these. It's a slicer. Not find the strongest reed, right? Gotta look for green, but not too green, you know what I'm saying? Honeydew melon green. Right in between. You see this? You want to go as far down as you can, and then right? 1, 2, 3. So the first weapon we're going to be making today is a pointed staff. This is a little different than your typical pointed staffs. When you peel loose edges, you want to go as far as you can, but you see this little break point right here? You want to make sure you snap before that break point, because if you don't, your staff's going to be weak. It's going to have a crack in it, a crevice. You don't want cracks or crevices or combustions at all. And I'm going to want to do, cut all these notches off. You see that? That's a notch. Now, level 3 spear today. I would say about right here. As you can see, that was a beautiful cut. It's a professional cut. I was an apprentice for years, so I learned this kind of stuff as I was taught, you know. Right now, I'm getting a feel for it. 4 hours since I started building a spear, but here it is, the tier 3 spear from the Chinese Imperial ages when Genghis Khan was around. As you can tell, ow, fuck. It's really important. It hurts. Oh, when you're approaching your target, you want to be stealthy, but you want to let them know that you're there with your presence. A lot of animals can feel energy. It's actually not a conspiracy theory. It's been around for ages. You're approaching it with a stable amount of energy. Okay, stable. Approaching. Stable energy, and just like that, you have food for 10 weeks, 20 weeks. So number 4. Now, a lot of people may say this is the same weapon as number 5, but it is in fact not. It is a complete different weapon. It has absolutely no correlation with the first weapon. But so that's a spear. Am I right? A level 3 spear used by Genghis Khan and them. Go like that for a spear, right? Well, you flip it, it's a sword. And that's number 4. You may not have long distance, but what you have is close distance action. And if you're fast, you're agile, you're in the top 3% of athletes in the world like me. Some may say 5 and 4 are similar, which is untrue. Everyone thinks this, and I have to say, I don't want to see this in my comments. I don't want to see anyone talking about this because it's not true. And this is your double wheel sword. You have one if you lose one. The best, most efficient way to kill any being on the planet. Yes, I've killed many. I'm not gonna say people, but it's possible to attack. You're about to attack an unsuspecting human. Guess what? He comes at you like this. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna back off? Yes, you are, because you're a fucking idiot. You can also use it as 2 spears. 1, 2. I'm gonna tell you number 2 weapons of all time made of bamboo. This is what I like to call the blow dart gun, as seen in Indiana Jones' Crystal of the Skull, or something like that. It is a very good movie with Shia LaBeouf, and in one scene, or a couple, they used blow dart guns, and it was epic. As you can see, I carefully incised, that means the plural, or the past tense of incision. I've added a very potent, very poisonous dart to this instrument, and if affected to any living organism, it shuts down their complete respiratory system, their nervous system, their digestive system. Keeps working because there's not really science behind that, and I will be teaching you how to use this stealth tactic along with energy, Kama Sutra, zombies. That's what people like to say for the Hollywood movies, but they actually exist. I have the blow dart gun here. Now, you see your enemy in the distance. He doesn't suspect. a little bit too loudly, one might say. He notices. Perfect shot. I'm gonna aim for specifically is the left vascular impulse purge in the neck. I actually can kill multiple people if you hit them in that spot. Times I've killed, I'm not gonna say people, but I've killed many beings. That's number 2, blow dart gun. Very important. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you number 1. This, a spear, sword, double sword, and a spear all in one. I know a lot of you will say, whoa, you could just do that with your other sword. No, it's completely different. If you comment something bad about this, I will use 1, if not all 5 of these instruments. I like to call them instruments because I believe anything could be used as an instrument to hurt someone. All 5 of these instruments to come and find you. So, it's a spear. Easy kill. Second off, and my personal favorite, because of how I am into the top 3 percentile of athletes in the world, the sword. Now you can do your typical joust moves, such as par, parry, joust, parry, joust. The all-encompassing weapon of bamboo is the double weapon once again. I like to call this the whirly bird technique. As you've seen before, my hands, they don't stop moving. I could talk. I could wash the dishes while I'm doing this. I could literally do anything. And no one could stop me. Spear. Spear and instant defend. Instant defend. Parry. Parry. Joust. Literally the best weapon of all time. I would say there is no modern weapon that compares to this weapon, and I really appreciate you guys coming to my house, asking me these questions, like, what do you call it an instrument? Because I believe everything is an instrument. And that's the video.